Dear students, in your last class we discussed about multiplication of matrices. Today let us know about determinant of a matrix. So let us discuss about a determinant. So what is a determinant? A determinant is a compact form showing a set of numbers arranged in rows and columns. The number of rows and the number of columns being equal. The numbers in a determinant are known as the elements of the determinant. So it is simply a compact form of a set of numbers. Here we have a matrix A. There are elements arranged in rows and columns. Similarly, determinant is also a compact form showing a set of numbers arranged in rows and columns. Determinant is applicable only for square matrix. There will be equal number of rows and columns in a determinant. It is a mathematical operation that was done on the elements of a matrix. So usually determinant is denoted by using this form. Det means short form for determinant. Determinant of A, and then this is also another form of denoting determinant. So usually elements are placed between two vertical lines. So this is the representation of a determinant of a matrix. So determinant refers to a mathematical operation to be effected on the elements. The effect of the operation gives rise to a simplified value of the determinant known as determinant value. So here we have a matrix A. So determinant of this matrix is represented in this way. So it is a mathematical operation that has to be done on the elements of the matrix. Finally, we will get a simplified value after the operation. So the effect of the operation gives rise to a simplified value that is known as the determinant value. So determinant of a matrix is a number that is specially defined only for square matrices. So we can only do the determinant operation only on the square matrices. So it is applicable, determinant operation is applicable only to square matrices. In that case there will be equal number of rows and columns. So after the operation of a determinant on a particular matrix, finally we will get a simplified value that is known as determinant value. That will be a scalar quantity. A simplified number will be the final determinant value. Then what is an order of a determinant? We have order for matrices. Just like that, there is order for determinant also. Every determinant has equal number of rows and columns. That means a determinant is applicable only to square matrices. So there will be equal number of rows and columns in a determinant. So order of a determinant is the number of rows or the number of columns of the determinant. So order will be the number that will be equal to the number of rows and columns. So here we have a 2 by 2. Here we have a determinant that involves 2 rows and 2 columns. So it is a determinant of order 2. Here we have another determinant of a particular matrix. That is a determinant of order 3. There are 3 rows and 3 columns. So that is about the order of a determinant. Now let us know about computation of determinants. That means how can we determine a determinant value. Determinant with 2 rows and 2 columns. So here we have a determinant with 2 rows and 2 columns. So how can we determine the value of this determinant? So we have to this is a simple form of a determinant, 2 rows and 2 column determinant. So take first row, first element, then you have to cross multiply with the opposite element. First row, first element is A, then cross multiply with the D, you will get AD. Then put a negative sign for the second element, that is minus, then minus B, cross multiply with the opposite element. That is the determination or determinant value of this 2 row 2 column matrix. 2 row 2 column determinant. Simple form. Take first element, then cross multiply with the opposite element. Then put a negative sign for the second element, then cross multiply with the other element. So then how can we determine the determinant value of 3 rows 3 column determinant? So this is a 3 column 3 rows determinant. Then how can we determine the value of this determinant? So take first row first column element, that is A. Then strike off that row and column in which that element exists. So strike off this row and strike off this column. Then you have to find the determinant of the remaining elements. So EF HI. So first you have to do what? Take first element, then strike off that row and column. Then determine the determinant of the remaining values. So EF HI. Then put a negative sign for second element. You have to put alternative negative sign for the element. So first element is giving a positive sign. Then for the second element you have to put a negative sign. So minus B. Then strike off the row and column in which that second element exists. Then you have to find out the determinant of the remaining element. So DFGI. Then again positive sign for third element C. Then strike off that row and column. Then find the determinant value of the remaining elements DEGH. This is the way of determining determinant value of a determinant having 3 rows and columns. But in the case of 2 rows and 2 columns, we cannot. This is 2 rows and 2 columns determined symbol form. So we don't have to strike off the column and row. Symbol form. There are no other columns and rows here. So symbol form, we have to just cross multiply the remaining element. We follow the same way in the case of 2 rows and 2 columns, but there are no more elements, only one element is there, so we have to just cross multiply with the opposite element in the case of 2 rows and 2 columns. But in the case of 3 rows and 3 columns, but here we have to first strike off the row and column in which the first element exists. Then we have to find out the determinant of the remaining remaining elements. Then put a negative sign for the second element, minus B. Then strike off the row and column in which that element exists. Then find out the determinant of the remaining values. Then put a positive sign for the third element. Strike off the row and column in which that element exists. Then determine the determinant of the remaining values. Then what you have to do? Then you have to do the same thing as we done in the case of 2 rows and 2 columns. Take A, then cross multiply E with I, then put a negative sign, minus, then cross multiply the remaining element HF, then minus B into DI minus FG plus C into DH minus GE. So in the 2 row 2 column determinant, we have to cross multiply the elements and put a negative sign between the product of these cross multiplying elements. So this is the way of finding the determinant value of 3 rows and 3 columns. Here we have 2 problems. 2 row 2 column determinant is there, and 3 columns 3 rows determinant is also here. So first let us find out the value of 2 rows and 2 columns determinant. So simply we can multiply first element with the opposite element. Cross multiply these two elements. 2 into 2, 4. Then put a negative sign for the second element, minus 4 into 8, 32. Simply cross multiply the elements, then put a negative sign, minus 4 into 8. Here also we are doing the same thing. Take first element, then strike off that row and column, then we have to find out the determinant of the remaining value. There is only one element, so 2 into 2. Then for the second element put a negative sign, minus 4, then strike off that row and column, then there is only one element, then cross multiply with that element. So we will get the determinant value as minus 28. Then in this case, take the first element. We are taking only first row, and then take the first element, then strike off the row and column in which that element exists, then find the determinant value of the remaining elements. So 1 into minus 1, 2, 2, 4. These are the this is the determinant elements in the first determinant. Then put a negative sign for the second element, minus 2. Then strike off the row and column in which that element exists. Then find the determinant values of the remaining elements, 2, 2, 3, 4. Then put you have to consider third element, that is minus 3. Then strike off the row and column, then find out the determinant of the remaining values, 2 minus 1, 3, 2. Then symbol form, 2 rows 2 columns determinant. So 1 into minus 4, minus 4. You have to put minus sign between the multiplying values. Minus 4, minus 4, 2 into 2, minus 4. Then minus 2, 2 into 4, 8, minus 2 into 3, 6. Then minus 3, 2 into 4, minus 3, 2 into 4, 2 into 2, 4. Then minus of minus 1 into 3. So minus of minus 3. So 1 into minus 8, minus 2 into 8 minus 6, 2, minus 3 into 4 plus 3, 7. So altogether we will get minus 33 as determinant value of this 3 rows 3 columns determinant. So simply take first row and then consider first element, then cross out, strike off that row and column. In that way you have to consider all the elements, but we have to put a negative sign in the alternate way. First element you have to consider positive sign, then for the second element you have to put a negative sign. Again for the third element you have to put a positive sign. This is already having a negative sign, that is why here it is having a negative sign. So we will get a simplified determinant, then you have to cross multiply the elements. Then here we have determination of a determinant value of a determinant having order 4. There are 4 rows and columns in this determinant. So how can we find out the value of this determinant? So first you have to take the first element, first row, first element, then strike off the row and column in which it exists, then find out the determinant of the remaining value. That is the first determinant. Then put a negative sign for the second element, then strike off the row and column in which that exists and find out the remaining determinant of the remaining value, EGHIKLMOP. Then take a positive value for third elements, plus C. Then strike off the row and column in which it exists. Find out the determinant of the remaining values. Then again put a negative sign for the fourth element, minus T. Then strike off the row and column in which it exists. Then find out the determinant of the remaining values. In this way you have to put alternative positive and negative sign for the first row elements. Then you have to consider the determinant of the remaining values. Then you have to simplify this determinant again, just like as we done in the case of 3 rows 3 columns determinant. Thus evaluate all the 4 determinants of the order 3 separately and simplify. Then we have to simplify this determinant, and finally we will get a simplified determinant value. Here we have a 4 by 4 determinant. Then by simplifying this we will get, that means we take first element, then consider the remaining values determinant, then second element, put a negative sign for second element, that is -2, then take the determinant of the remaining values, then put a positive sign for third element, then take the determinant value of the remaining values, put a negative sign for the fourth element. So alternate positive and negative sign for the first row elements, and find out the determinant value of the remaining elements by crossing out the rows and columns in which that element exists. Then evaluating separately all the 4 third order determinants we have, that means we have to simplify this again. That means take first row, then cross out that row and column, then you have to take out the determinant value of the remaining elements. Then we will get a value 15. So 1 and 15 minus 2 into -4. By simplifying this determinant we will get -4, and plus 3, and by simplifying this determinant we will get 20. Then -1, by simplifying this determinant we will get 17. So by determining these values, by simplifying these values we will get 66 as the determinant value of this determinant having order 4. Here we have another problem. Show that the value of the determinant, this determinant is equal to 0. Determinant value, how can we calculate? So take first element 1, then cross out that row and column, take the determinant value of the remaining elements, b into c plus a, c into a plus b, then minus a, put a negative sign for the second element, then strike out the row and column in which that element exists, then find out the remaining determinant of the remaining values, 1 c plus a, 1 a plus b. Then again consider the third element, b plus c, then strike off the row and column in which that element exists, then take the determinant of the remaining values, 1b, 1c. So we will have 1 into, then cross multiply, b into a plus b minus c into c plus a. That will be like this, ba plus b square minus c square plus ac. Then minus a into 1 into a plus b, then minus c plus a. Then by multiplying we will get this value, then b plus c into c minus b. By simplifying these values, finally we will get the value of this determinant as 0. ba, we will cancel out here, minus ab, b square minus b square minus c square plus c square minus ac plus ac minus a square plus a square. Then all these values will getting cancelled here, and finally getting the value of 0. So we proved that the value of this determinant is equal to 0. Here we had 2 problems. First we had to find out the determinant value of this determinant as 0, and for the second determinant we have to find out the value of this determinant as less than 0. So let us consider first determinant. So by simplifying this determinant, that for simplifying this determinant we have to consider first element, then find out the determinant of the remaining values, then put a negative sign for the second element, that is -7, then find out the determinant of the remaining values, then put a positive sign for the third element, then find out the determinant of the remaining values. Then by simplifying this, 5 into 3 into 2, 6, then -6, -7, 2 into 2, 4, -4 plus 2, 2 into 6, 12, -12, 4 into 3, 12. So minus sign, put a negative sign between the multiplication product of the elements. Then all these values are zeros, so finally we will get a value of 0 as the determinant value of this determinant. Then in the case of second element, then in the case of this determinant, by finding the values it was proved that it is having a value of -22, so it is less than 0. So similar in the same way just we found out the value of this determinant. We found out that the value of this determinant is minus 22. So it is less than 0. Then how can we find out the determinant of a square matrix? Every square matrix has a determinant. So if we have a matrix A like this, then its determinant is simply putting two vertical lines between the elements. We will get the determinant of this matrix. So the determinant of this matrix A is like this. So determinant of A is denoted by putting two vertical lines between the matrix A. So for example, for calculating the determinant value of this matrix 1 3 2 4, this is a square matrix. Let us see how to find out the value. So the determinant value of that matrix is equal to 1 3 2 4. Simply cross multiplying the values and subtracting, we will get the determinant value. 1 into 4 minus 3 into 2. So 4 minus 6 equal to minus 2. Then another matrix A is equal to this. Then determinant of this matrix is equal to is equal to this way. Then by how can we find the determinant value of this matrix A? Simply by taking the first element and cross striking of that row and column and finding the determinant of the remaining values. Just we find out the determinant of a particular determinant. In the same way, we had to find out the determinant of a particular matrix. So simply taking first element, then striking of the row and column in which that element exists, then find out the determinant of the remaining values, then put a negative sign for the second element. Similarly, in the same way, just be done in the case of a determinant. That rule we have to apply for the matrix also. If you are given a matrix and you have to find out a determinant, we have to follow the same rule for that we apply for the determinant. So finally we will get a value of minus 14 as the determinant value of this matrix. So what is a singular matrix? Let us know about singular matrix. A square matrix is said to be singular if its determinant value is 0. Show that these two matrices are singular. So let us consider first matrix. For that, in order to determine a particular matrix whether it is singular or not, we have to find out the determinant value. If the determinant value is 0, we can prove that it is singular. So in the first case, we can find out the determinant value of the first matrix. So finding the determinant value, it was found that the value is 0. So first matrix is singular. Then finding out the second matrix, the determinant value of the second matrix, it was also proved that the determinant value is 0. So both the two matrices are found to be singular since their determinant value is 0. Then we have to prove whether this matrix is non-singular or not. So what we had to do in order to find out whether a particular matrix is non-singular or not, we have to find out the determinant value. If the determinant value is not 0, it is non-singular. If it is 0, it is singular. So we have to find out the determinant value of this matrix. Then finding out the determinant value by using the same way that we done in the case of the determinant. So the usual rules: take the first row, then we have to consider the signs, alternate positive and negative signs that we have to put between the first row elements. Then we have to find out the determinant. By simplifying, we will get a value of minus 22. So it was proved that it is non-singular. That means there is a value for this determinant. So it is non-singular. If it is 0, it will be a singular matrix. If it is having a particular value, it was found that it is non-singular. So this determinant value shows that it is non-singular. Thank you.